Angel Reese, the most coddled, babied professional athlete in all of sports, continues to be the most babied and coddled professional athlete in all of sports, continues to have her peers say, "You go, girl. You be unapologetically yourself."
What's good, YouTube? It's time to talk about Angel Reese, the WNBA's most coddled, most babied pro athlete. This is a story of hype, regression, and a whole lot of excuses. Buckle up because we're diving into why Angel Reese's 2025 season is a masterclass in talking big and falling short. Let's get it. Angel Reese walked into her latest press conference like she was expecting a red carpet. Instead, she sat next to Ariel Atkins, who acted like she was running a daycare, not a pro basketball team. Atkins called Reese, a 23-year-old professional, a kid, and begged the media to protect her from tough questions. "Bro, this ain't T-ball. This is the WNBA, where you get paid to perform, not to get a participation trophy." Let's talk numbers because they don't lie. Angel Reese is averaging 10.1 points per game on a brutal 35.8% shooting. She's taking 3 shots in the paint and making just 31.8% of them. That's
Angel Reese, the basketball player, is a hard-to-figure mix of extreme strength and pathetic weakness. And because she talks a lot and complains a lot and self-promotes a whole lot, she's going to open herself up to lots and lots of criticism.
That's not a slump. That's the worst restricted area shooting in WNBA history for anyone attempting at least 5 shots per game in the paint. Her field goal percentage? Down from 39.1% last season to a horrific 31.1%. This isn't progress, it's a collapse. Reese finally had one good game, her first double-double of the season after 9 games. And what does Atkins say? Her crown is heavy. Heavy? What crown? The crown of shooting 31%? The crown of regressing in your sophomore year? If that's the crown, it's heavy with disappointment, not glory. Atkins even demanded reporters stick to basketball-wise questions, calling anything
Angel
else.
Reese had her first good game of the season. Hey, Mr. Interview Reporter Man, what kind of message do you think that could possibly send? One good game out of 9? What message can that actually send to people? Oh, you see that? Every 9 games, Angel Reese, she's guaranteed to have one. Yeah, she shut me up. She had her one good game. Woo! She had a double-double too. Oh man, she shut me up. Nothing I can say about that. What kind
calling anything else nonsense. Ma'am, this isn't kindergarten. Reese is a pro who built her brand on being in the spotlight. You don't get to dodge accountability when you're shooting bricks. Here's the elephant in the room. Angel Reese positioned herself as Caitlin Clark's rival. She spent her rookie year saying, "People are watching because of me too, not just one person." She embraced the villain role, celebrated cheap shots on Clark, and couldn't stop mentioning her name. But now when the criticism rolls in, she needs a bodyguard.
Reese, you can't. 23-year-old kids. And the amount of crap that she gets on a day-to-day, she still shows up. So whatever questions y'all got like about our team, basketball-wise, we appreciate it, but all the other nonsense, like, it's irrelevant. Like, we here to play basketball and do what we do. We having a hard time right now at the end of the day. Just a 23-year-old kid who handles herself with grace. Her crown is heavy. So whatever else, like, y'all want to come at her for the way that she acts, she has to build the wall. She has to have the wall. Because if she doesn't, people will break her down. Not only just because of the way she looks, but because of the way she carries herself. She doesn't just walk around and act like, oh, I'm this. No, she knows who she is. And we ain't gonna break her down for that. So whatever other questions y'all got, like, I'm hoping it's just about basketball. Maybe a box score question. But the kid's crown is heavy. Like, respect that.
Yeah. I know today wasn't as you expected, but how does it feel to win BET, Sportswoman of the Year, for the 3rd time?
It's a part of it, unfortunately. It's a part of it. Being famous, being popular, it all comes with it, right? The good, the bad.
Reese, you can't talk like a villain and cry victim when people hold you to it. Let's do the math. Clark averaged 17.1 points and 2 assists as a rookie, leading the league in assists. This season, she's an MVP candidate. Reese, 10.1 points, 8 assists, and shooting like she's wearing oven mitts. This isn't a rivalry. It's a masterclass versus a meltdown. The Chicago Sky bet big on Reese. They traded for Ariel Atkins, restructured the roster around her and Camila Cardoso. And what's the result? a 2-6 record, and the worst point differential in league history through the first 2 games. ESPN ranked their young core 7th in the league, with Reese's underperformance as a key reason. Yet, when reporters ask about her struggles, like why she can't finish at the rim, she shuts down or says, "Next question." Reese claims she doesn't hear the online noise and has never had a negative encounter in person. Really? The WNBA literally investigated a flagrant foul she committed. That's not a negative encounter? Come on, Angel, you can't rewrite reality. Here's the hypocrisy. Reese built her brand.
Here's what I kept saying about Angel Reese last season, and I'll drive it home again right here, right now. I'm not sure anybody has ever paid to see rebounding. Logo threes and magic passes, yeah, they will pay like crazy to watch Caitlin Clark. They'll pack NBA-sized arenas to watch Caitlin Clark. But Angel, for all your charisma and all your charm, all your highly entertaining social media presence, if you can score only 4 against the Fever without Caitlin and look laughably bad doing so, you can't say you're playing as big a part in the WNBA's exploding ratings as Caitlin is. You just can't say that. You can't make that case.
I see what the Slows are doing. What are they doing? Now they're going to victimize Angel Reese and throw a national pity party to distract everyone from the disastrous performance she and this squad are displaying every game. Can't fool me. Damn it. It's that obvious, huh? It's that noticeable what they're doing, isn't it?
Angel, what actually happened on the flagrant foul?
You saw it.
I couldn't tell what happened. Like, what was it looked
We ran into each other.
possibly like you stepped on her foot. Like, it was as incidental as that.
Let me go look at it. Okay. Great. Next.
Second from the right.
Reese built her brand on being the anti-Caitlin Clark the villain fans love to hate. She said she was fine with the backlash and leaned into it. But now that her game's falling apart, she wants a safe space. Villains don't get sympathy, they get results, and right now, Reese isn't delivering. Nearly 92% of her shots are within 10 feet, yet she's shooting 28% from 3 feet and in. That's not villain energy. That's a fundamental breakdown. Caitlin Clark takes cheap shots, answers tough questions with poise, and elevates the game. Reese commits flagrant fouls, goes 0 for 8 in games, and needs her teammate to play media police. One's a superstar, the other's demanding a participation trophy. Reese's supporters keep hyping her as Clark's equal, but the gap is wider than ever. Reese said she's helping grow the WNBA, that fans watch because of her. But let's be real. Nobody's packing arenas to see rebounds and missed layups. Clark's drawing NBA-sized crowds. Reese? She scored 4 points against the Fever without Clark and looked lost doing it. You can't claim you're driving the league's popularity when your play doesn't back it up. Look at WNBA legends like Diana Taurasi or Lisa Leslie. They had rough patches early too. Taurasi shot 41% as a rookie, took the criticism, and came back a 3-time champ. Leslie missed shots, but dominated the paint and led LA to titles. Even Caitlin Clark right now takes flagrant fouls, gets grilled by reporters, and still drops 20-point games with poise. What do they all have?
This is about sports. This is about athletic ability. You know what I'm saying? And when you look at Caitlin Clark's game, who's very reminiscent of a Steph Curry, based on her range and the 3, plus everything else she does. And then you look at Angel Reese, stop it.
Why she can't make layups.
All the scrutiny you do receive online and stuff of that nature, you know, what kind of messages a game like this send to them, as well as just the kind of momentum that this could build for you throughout the season?
Yeah, I honestly don't worry about what's going on online. I get so much love in person. I haven't ever had a negative encounter in person ever. And I've been going through this for 3 years. I've never had an encounter in person that was negative. So people online are behind the keyboard for a reason, and I don't worry about that stuff. I trust my work. My teammates trust me. And I was telling Milla today, like, she felt like she was having a rough day, and I was like, how many times have I had a rough day? And you picked me up. So don't get down on yourself. I know my teammates have my back, my coaches have my back, and that's all that really matters. I don't have to prove anything to anybody but myself and my teammates.
Second row on the left.
Angel Reese has been nothing but coddled. She's been nothing but babied. She wins participation trophies to keep her name in the media. Over gold medalists, over Olympians, over people who actually instill change. I'm not sure where other than online, where any of this negativity can really come from.
What do
It
they all
helps.
have? Resilience. They didn't demand safe spaces or hide from tough questions. They hit the gym, honed their craft, and let their game shut the haters up. Reese has that same potential. Her LSU days showed she can dominate with heart and hustle. But heart isn't enough when you're missing layups at a historic rate. Here's the disconnect. Reese's social media is all flex, glam shots, bold captions, I'm that girl. And fans eat it up. She's got millions of followers hyping her every move. But on the court, it's a different story. You can't post your way to a 50% field goal percentage. You can't TikTok your team out of a 20-point loss. Reese's brand is built on being the anti-Clark, the villain who doesn't care what you think. But villains need to back it up. Think Draymond Green. He talks smack, but he's got 4 NBA rings and all defensive honors to match. Reese's villain vibe is all talk, no hardware. Her claim that she's never had a negative encounter in person. That's her living in an online bubble. Ignoring the boos in arenas and the WNBA's own investigation into her
It
flagrant
helps for Caitlin to have a foil figure. Helps when you, Angel, play the villain role, when your Sky play her thiever. But foil figures don't draw by themselves. They need to play off superstars. I could be wrong, Angel, but I'm not sure any kid has ever asked a parent to be taken to a game to see Angel Reese rebound.
She goes on and she talks about how she doesn't hear about the outside noise, how she's never had a negative encounter in real life, never had a negative encounter in real life. But Ben, there's no way. There's no way she's never had a negative encounter. You see? You see, this is proof of the negative encounter. The WNBA even conducted an investigation about this negative encounter. No way Angel Reese said that. No way. She did.
Comes the criticism of Angel Reese. Again, some of it is earned through the play. And then with her, she's also a big name. So a lot of things, anything she does, says, can be thrown out there at the same
investigation
time.
into her flagrant fouls. You can't curate reality like an Instagram feed, Angel. So what's next for Reese? It's not over. She's only 23 with time to flip the script. But it starts with accountability. Step 1, own the slump. Admit the 31% shooting is unacceptable and commit to fixing it. Step 2, hit the lab. Work on footwork, touch around the rim, and maybe, hear me out, a mid-range jumper to keep defenses honest. Step 3, face the media like a pro. No more next question. Hurslor, answer the tough stuff. Show you're tougher than the criticism. Look at Aja Wilson. She struggled early, adjusted her game, and now she's a 2-time MVP. Reese could do that. But hiding behind Atkins' protect the kid nonsense, that's not how you become a legend. The Chicago Sky need Reese to step up, or they're stuck in the lottery for years. Fans want to root for her. She's got the charisma, the swagger, the story. But they're not paying to see 4-point games. They want the Angel Reese who dominated at LSU, not the one who needs a press conference babysitter. The villain role isn't about whining for sympathy. It's about owning your failures, grinding in silence, and coming back so dominant nobody dares to talk. Reese wanted to be the bad guy, but right now, she's only bad at basketball. Angel Reese's crown is heavy, all right. Heavy with unfulfilled potential, heavy with hype she can't live up to, and heavy with the weight of her own words. She wanted the villain role, but forgot one thing. Villains have to be good. Right now, Reese's game is screaming the opposite of her trash talk. Her 31.8% shooting in the paint isn't just bad. It's a crisis for a player the Chicago Sky built their entire franchise around. Take her game against the Fever. 4 points on 2 for 9 shooting, 0 assists, and a -15 plus-minus. That's not a villain performance. That's a bench roll at best. Her advanced stats are even uglier. A 12, 3 PR, player efficiency rating, and a 0.8 win share, meaning she's barely contributing to wins. This is a player who was supposed to be the Sky's next big thing, not a liability dragging them to a 2-6 record. The pressure's real, though. The Sky traded away the 3rd overall pick to get Ariel Atkins, banking on Reese and Camila Cardoso to form a championship core. But with Reese shooting worse than anyone in WNBA history at the rim, that dream's turning into a nightmare. ESPN's analytics peg her as the biggest reason for Chicago's league worst, 18-point differential per 100 possessions. That's not just failing, it's sinking the ship. And instead of owning it, Reese ducks questions, while Atkins plays mama bear, saying, her crown's heavy. Heavy? It's heavy because Reese built a brand bigger than her stat sheet, and now the gap's catching up. So, Angel, here's the real challenge. Drop the heavy crown talk and earn it. Get your shot right, lead your team, and prove you're more than a social media star. The WNBA's watching, and so are we. You said you're growing the game? Show us on the court, not an oppressor. You want to be the villain? Be so good, we have no choice but to respect you. Until then, that crown's just a prop and the clock's ticking. What do y'all think? Is Angel Reese being coddled, or is the criticism too harsh? Can she bounce back, or is this who she is? Drop your thoughts in the comments, smash that like button, and subscribe for more real talk on sports. Let's keep the convo going. Peace.